All right, here's a question for you. Do you like the rain? Now, I know some people say, I love a rainy day. It's an opportunity to make a cup of hot chocolate and sit by the window and just enjoy watching the rain come down. And for other people, it's a reminder that it's going to be time to mow the grass once again, because when the rain comes down, the plants grow. And that's really good for those people that have planted crops in the field and are waiting for them to grow so they can harvest them. Truly a blessing. And you know, when I look at the rain come down, I'm reminded of God. You know, someone once asked me, you mean everything reminds you of God? Actually, it does when you think about it, because God created all of this. And the Bible says that all of creation sings the glory of God. There's a message from the Creator in all of this and everything that He created. And so yes, when I see even the rain, it reminds me of God. You know, I remember years ago, I was walking through the desert on a trip down in the Southwest and was enjoying all of the beauty there, the colors on the rocks as the sun was hitting it, and the cactus and just the beautiful scenery out in the desert. And as I was enjoying the beauty out there, one of the things that did not cross my mind was, what am I going to drink? Where am I going to find my next meal? Because all I had to do was hop in the car and drive there. But the children of Israel were being led to their homeland a long time ago by God through the desert. And there were no conveniences along the way. In fact, they were worried that they were going to die out in the desert, die of thirst and die of hunger. And so God knew their worry. And He said, tomorrow I will rain down bread from heaven for you. And that reminds me that even in times of scarcity, that God provides what I need with generosity. It reminds me of that old song I remember singing growing up, there shall be showers of blessing. And this rain reminds me that God truly has showered me with His blessing and continues to shower me with His blessing. And as I think about His people going through the desert, I'm reminded of how often I'm just like Him. You know, at first they were glad for the blessing. They gathered up all of this provision that God had rained down for them. But then it wasn't long before they began to complain about it. It's the same stuff over and over and over again, even though it was what they needed. And I'm reminded of the way that I'm that way sometimes as well. I sometimes complain about what God has given to me. He gives me what I need, and then I complain about it rather than give Him thanks. But you know, God continues to shower His blessing on me. And the greatest blessing was the gift of His Son who died on the cross and rose up from the grave for me. And so when I look at the rain, I'm reminded of God's generosity and how He gives generously.